Welcome back to the second episode of Will It Agar, the series where we combine weird and wonderful ingredients with agar and see which ones the fungus likes to grow on. So the idea is I use one culture and put it on 2 agar dishes with 2 different ingredients, and the winner goes on to the next round. However, there's a slight issue, because I may or may not have gone to prison for a little while and the culture that I used in the first video died. Spoiler alert, the culture's dead.
Oh no.
So I'm starting the project from scratch and I'm creating a peanut butter agar, and I'm going to inoculate that with oyster mushroom, mycelium, and then that will go onto our new ingredients in this video. It's funny because the peanut butter smelling steam just reminded me of prison, because I used to, when I didn't have milk for cereal, I used to put a big dollop of peanut butter in my bowl and then add boiling water onto it and dilute it down into like a milk type substitute and then pour that on my cereal instead.
Interesting.
So I filled the containers and I sterilised them in the pressure cooker, but then I realised another issue. So they didn't actually set. I think the issue is my scales are running out of battery, because I know that 1 gram to 50 millilitres is fine, that's the perfect ratio, but I think this was showing a false reading for 1 gram. We've increased the viscosity but it's not set. So I stole the batteries out of this remote and I started again. Right, okay, so they're out of the pressure cooker and they've actually set this time, so yeah, my scales were just messed up. I'm actually quite excited to do the agar transfer because I've got myself a new toy, and don't worry, it's not one that needs batteries, it's this spatula, because I'm absolutely useless at agar work. With a scalpel, useless using a scalpel, so I thought maybe this would be easier, just stab the agar, get a wedge, scoop it up and drop it onto the next dish, but we'll see. So my first attempt with the spatula was way easier than the scalpel, but it still wasn't that smooth. And then I got a jump scare from the second one. Okay, right, so these are the peanut butter agar cultures and they are nice and healthy, which means I can now make the new agar with the weird ingredients. And the first one that I'm going to make is going to be a matcha agar, because this was suggested to me, so I think this is going to be quite an interesting one, so we'll give that a go. And the second ingredient is going to be tomato puree, because I didn't really think about the second ingredient and this is what I had in the fridge. So that is what we're going to do. Right, so I'm going to first measure out my agar. There we go, 1 gram. Need 50 milliliter of water. Right, there we go, we've got 50 ml of water and our agar powder. Always add your agar powder to cold water, otherwise it will clump together and go crap. Heat that up so we've got a uniform solution, and then we'll separate it into 2 pots and add our strained ingredients. Usually to 50 ml of water I add 1 gram of light malt extract, because I'm splitting the 50 ml between 2 parts and I'm doing 1 ingredient in each. I'm gonna just do 1/2 gram of this in place of the 1/2 gram of light malt extract that we would generally have in there when making a normal agar. If you open these, first half this liquid, right, so matcha, Leave a tiny bit in there because it did go slightly over. It smells really good. Now it doesn't smell good. What the hell? It smelled good, and then for like a split second, but now I changed my mind. Now it just smells like a pond. But I sort of like the smell at the same time. Not the horrible, deep bottom of a pond smell, like where it smells like egg. Like more of a green pondy smell. Oh, I'm excited about this one. Half a gram, maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. There's going to be some funky smells coming out of my pressure cooker. There we go. After pressure cooking the pots for 45 minutes in the pressure cooker, it is now time to move on to cleaning the workspace and inoculating the plates with the oyster mushroom culture. Go. So that is our tomato puree agar, and there's our matcha agar. Quite exciting actually. Oh, I haven't done one of these in a while, and these are actually really fun. Let's give those a few days and then we'll check back in and see what's happening. Okay, so we're a few days in and the mycelium's starting to grow on the plate now. Took a little while. They colonised the wedge that I put in fully, and now we can see they're growing along the plate. So that's the matcha one, and then we've got this one here, which is the tomato one. But you can see there's that second growth over here. So I must have accidentally like touched the wedge down, or that might have been, I feel like I initially placed the wedge there and for some reason it ended up over here. I must have tilted it and it tumbled over here, so it looks like we've got mycelial growth in two different places there. But I believe the matcha one's growing faster at the moment, ever so slightly. So we'll give it a few more days and I'll give you another update. Right, so here's the matcha, and yeah, it's slowly growing, but I don't know, I thought it would have been showing a bit more than that by now. And here we have the tomato one, which is definitely winning at the moment. Like overnight, it's just had a really fast spell of growth. Very interesting. I was actually thinking this one might work better.
Interesting.
But maybe the caffeine has affected it, and because I was thinking this one, that like acidity of the tomato puree might be a bit too much, but nope, it seems to be working. Right, so if I'm honest, I'm not actually sure who's the winner here, because right, so we have, I'll show you this one. So we have the tomato one here that's mostly pretty much colonised the whole thing, apart from that edge there. but it's sort of thick in areas and really thin in other areas. I don't know, it just doesn't look all that healthy. And then you've got this one that's grown slower, but it looks really thick and healthy, the mycelium. Like, that looks really, really healthy to me. So I'm not entirely sure who I class as the winner here. The growth was a bit more vigorous on that one, but this one definitely looks healthier and stronger. So can I put a poll in the comments? If I can, I'm going to do that. Anyway, I'll let you decide. So do you think the matcha one won, or tomato puree? You decide. And if you want to see more weird mycology stuff in the future, you can You can subscribe here or click this button to watch the last episode.
Sorry, I'm leaving now.